Most music videos feature the artist performing the song. Could be live or miming. This is a convention that we used. Both we did miming and live. So yeah, we did that. They often feature some kind of narrative. We didn't do that.
We didn't. We decided not to.
It had a slight narrative to it, but it was more of a concept than a narrative.
Yeah, we used concept and not narrative.
But there was a sort of narrative to it.
Yeah, we had more of a narrative concept in our original idea for our music video.
A lot of music videos include montage editing. We didn't challenge that convention. We used that heavily in ours, using fast cuts from clip to clip, and
most of them
then
Yeah.
I mean,
It's quite an important convention.
Yeah, there wasn't really very many clips that were long.
No, the only real long clip is the one right at the end, but that's sort of after the music video is finished.
I think it worked in our favour to use montage editing because of the nature of the song. It's quite fast and it's a pop punk. If we were using really slow kind of effects from one clip to another, like a transition, it wouldn't work so much. And using the montage editing, something that's like, creating speed and a high tempo, it fits perfectly with the song, doesn't it?
It does, especially when we got a lot faster. We did some really fast montage editing in the build-ups parts of the song where it's coming up to a climax or a chorus, and we started to cut it even quicker.
We did use slow-mo actually in one part of the song in our video, which it kind of contrasts the idea of the montage editing creating speed and things that we were just talking about. But in the song there is like the bridge section where it completely sort of slows down and it's just like a bass.
The texture cuts right down. It doesn't slow it. The tempo is the same, but the texture cuts right down. The guitars stop playing, the vocals stop playing, especially when it's quite fast.
Also, from like a visual point of view, like as it does accompany the technical side of the music well, but from a visual point of view, it's kind of from the guitar side and everything. It's been really, really fast. It suddenly just slows down, and it creates like a needed sort of change in it. It just keeps the audience on their toes, because often some people, when watching a music video, kind of their attention span they kind of lose it a bit, because it's kind of like, oh, I wish this would just kind of hurry up. But having things like that really keeps the audience on their toes, and we would hope that they'd respond by being intrigued by it, because it's suddenly something they can concentrate on.
Yeah, it is good as well, just generally.
Yeah. Edits are usually in time to the song. Well, we didn't challenge that convention.
Yeah, we focused on that quite a lot.
Yeah, we did. It was quite heavy rhythm in the editing of the cuts, especially during the parts. Like I said, when it's building up, there were lots of cuts on the sections where the drums were hitting. As the song's building up, we did that quite a lot throughout, and especially in the parts before the chorus. We almost always used fast cuts as the drum beat builds up into the chorus, and we used lots of different, not just cuts, but we edited certain parts so that they fitted in with the rhythm of the music and the beats in the song, like obviously the making the performance match up to the song.
Edits usually reflect the song's structure, e.g. verse, chorus, guitar solo. When the song goes into chorus, the images will cut to a different scene.
Yeah, we kind of thought about that a bit. We thought, we did certain bits and like certain things in the choruses than we didn't do in the verse. Like we put more of we did like 2 live clips and then 2 performance clips, sort of structure in the chorus, and then in the verse was more random.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't so different. It wasn't like we had something completely different for the chorus and then went back to the verse. It was the same. Like we used sort of the performance clips that we filmed in Sam's garage in both the chorus and the verse. But I guess we probably did more sort of upbeat, more kind of busier clips, rather than kind of.
Well, there was a sort of aspect to that, not in the way where it's verse and chorus, but as the whole song is sort of building up to the last chorus, which is the climax of the song, and that's where it starts getting faster, and the words get repeated faster. But we sort of gradually, we had the performance from Sam's garage and the original video clips that we had sort of switching between each other throughout the clip, but at about the halfway point into the song, we started to introduce clips from our live show, which we slowly introduced. We introduced we had a hint of it, and then we didn't have it for ages. Then another hint of it, and it sort of got more and more until it was sort of in the video as much as the other kind of clips, which was you could sort of.
Yeah, we did save a lot of our favourite clips towards the end, didn't we, for the last chorus?
Yeah,
So we all
did.
felt that was probably when we wanted to put the most important
Yeah.
and most kind of our most favoured clips in, because we thought that was the climax of the song, and also we did kind of have the idea of ending it on like the best bit.
Yeah,
So I guess that we did follow that convention.
yeah, we did.
As long as it looks cool, the video will work. We did take that attitude, didn't we? Really,
Definitely.
You know,
Yeah, we
as
can't
long
only
as it
really
looked
put in
good.
clips that we thought looked good. Like if it didn't look good, there's not really
Oh,
much
we
point
didn't-
putting in the video.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
worry too much about, has this got like a good message
Yeah.
behind it? Is this does someone's hair look so good in this? You
Yeah.
know, for like star
Yeah.
image, so we didn't worry about whether kind of Will Smith Pekin was standing dead straight in that clip to put it in. As long as it kind of looked cool, we did just put it in,
Yeah.
throw it in.
We could especially do that considering we didn't have a structured narrative idea, so we didn't have to keep it wasn't like if we missed this shot out, the story won't make sense. We could just focus on putting in the clips that we thought looked really cool.
Maybe when we were filming in Sam's garage, we filmed from on top of the fridge to get
Yeah.
like a higher shot. So if a part of the thing looked really cool there, we'd just throw that in.
Yeah.
So.
Also, we weren't just focusing on the sort of. We were focusing a lot on making it look cool. We didn't just go out and perform anywhere, just to so we've got some performance video. We spent the best part of a morning setting up the background, the scenery, and inside the garage, making it look so it would look really cool no matter where we shot it from.
We threw in a fireplace,
Yeah.
a rug, all sorts of lamps, spray painted the
Yeah.
walls,
We
had
spent
the
a-
sofas all over the place to look
Yeah.
really cool.
We spent
So-
a lot of time trying to make it look
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, I think we did keep to that convention.
The next convention is real bands use
Mhm.
live footage to show that they are authentic musicians, not boy bands. We did have miming, you know, everything in the garage
Yeah.
was miming, but we did it in a way that it was the same way that you perform at a live gig. It wasn't like you were
Yeah,
doing
we-
dance
yeah.
routines
Yeah,
and
we
things
weren't
like
we
that.
didn't- I don't even necessarily did show that we are not a boy band,
Yeah, I mean it was. Yeah,
we
it
are
wasn't.
a
It wasn't
band made of
all.
boys.
but we're not a boy band. We did it, or not even to show off that we do play it ourselves. Really, just
There was no sort of
Because
thought
it looks
behind it
good.
that was saying, "Oh, we're going to do it like this, so we don't look like a boy
yeah,
band."
we just kind of
Yeah.
played it how we play it, and that was
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, we wanted, yeah. We if we had just done loads of stuff, it like dance routines and stuff like Toby was saying, it wouldn't have fit into the video, the theme or the idea of it.
Yeah.
Plus,
well, you guys never do that anyway. So.
yeah. Plus, when you looked at it next to the real live footage that we did put in, which wasn't us miming, we were playing to a real audience who paid money to come and see us. It would just look ridiculous because people would think they don't actually play like that live. So why are they putting that in their video?
Yeah.
Music videos rely heavily on post-production effects.
Not at all.
We didn't put
No, we
any
didn't
hardly
use
any
any.
effects.
We put one transition on the whole video.
And
Just did a little bit of speeding up right at the
Yeah.
end, did a little bit of slow motion, reversed one clip.
we didn't use any effects though. Like, we didn't
No
change
effects
the way
at all.
anything looked. We just
At least not in our final
we
video.
just put the clips in.
Our original video that we tried to make, we were sort of going along those lines because we were running out of clips to start putting in, so we started relying on things like keying and green screening to make clips that originally would have looked a bit bad and make them look really cool. That was quite heavily relying on it, but we decided not to do that in the end.
I think it does. It comes out a lot better not having any effects on it because it's a
Yeah.
lot more DIY, homemade.
Yeah.
You know, which was the look we were going for anyway. I mean, like the garage was all sort of spray painted. There was just sort of
Definitely, yeah.
stuff everywhere. It wouldn't have looked good if we put some sort of like effect on it or made it look like everything was all perfect because it would have just looked wrong.
Yeah.
It was not that sort of not that sort of genre
I
of
think
music.
we made the conscious decision to purposefully break that convention.
Yeah.
Now we're going to talk about all the conventions that we kept to and maybe didn't in our digipack.
Obviously, we included all of the legal information that real digipacks use, so copyright.
Well, that's the conventions. That's
Oh yeah.
these are the conventions that we included in our digipack. We kept the barcode, which is important for sale of it, QR codes.
And tracking.
Yeah, hand tracking.
Both it's important for tracking.
A bit of legal information down there, some copyright information, talking about the record label, the record label logo,
FDR.
yeah, and the QR code so you can scan it with your smartphone, and of course the names of the songs on the back. And we spent a long time sort of figuring the positions of these out so that they'd be in the right place.
Yeah, I mean the
Website.
hand drawn font here again, showing the website,
Which is
Facebook.
the convention, having all the band's contact details on there on the official website.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we went through loads of different digipacks, looking at them to get ideas. But I mean,
Yeah, figuring out the features and the conventions of them, and we tried to include as many as we could. So the band name, the writing, all the stuff on the back, which we already talked about, and the thing, and the
we didn't use any kind of effects on that. But I think the reason that we did on this one was because the outside is so colourful, and using the colours here, it didn't look right with it just being a normal colour. Kind of everything looked so sort of vibrant, and then this looked kind of quite dull. So I mean, that was the only time that we really used effects to manipulate the images. Other than the actual editing side of putting all these together. But I mean, the general conventions that we were following is that mainly kind of I found that the punk bands, rock bands a lot of them did use sort of hand drawn. Artwork.
With the theme, with the DIY feel of it.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of other bands did as well, which we kind of thought, not to be like them, but we thought that would work really well if we did something like that, and I do art, so it was achievable.
We've got all the conventions we need on it. We've kept it the same. Well, we've kept like the DIY feel of it from the video, and we've got all the conventions, all the features on it that we need to make it functional, so it doesn't just look good, it's functional for if it went on sale. And yeah, we've kept to the conventions of a digipack a lot more. We haven't purposefully not broken any of the conventions like we did for the video on that one. But yeah,
I think one other thing that we wanted to include was having the symbiotic kind of fluency between the digipack, the homepage, and the music video. So in the music video, it ends on this picture on a poster with the contact details underneath. So we've got that kind of the link there.
Yeah. So finally, with the band homepage, for the conventions and what we challenged and didn't, I think for the website, it's quite important that we don't challenge many of them. Because for the same reasons we already said, if we break too many, people are going to sort of question the validity of the website.
It'd be too different, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So most of the conventions we sort of kept that we learnt from our research. We kept the sort of the big at the top. You've got the name of the band. You know what you're looking at as soon as you open it, and you've got all the links to all the different pages. The bar at the top, which is a convention of almost any website you look at, has the links to the other pages on the first page. You don't have to scroll down too much to find it. Yeah. We also kept some there's a little scrolling bar which we can use to promote some of our stuff, which isn't necessarily a convention of all, but it's a convention of some. I think it looks really cool, as well as the conventions of links to all our social networking sites that are associated with us, so that it's sort of, as an online presence, it's all linked together. Yeah,
in particular, we found that looking at we looked at many different band homepages. I mean, you looked at sort of like Rancid, I looked at Red Hot Chili Pepper one, and Dinosaur Jr. And I found with most of them, their latest album that's out is featured as the main graphic on the homepage. I mean, the Dinosaur Jr. one's got it across the top. Red Hot Chili Pepper one's got it in the background, the album artwork. The Rancid one's got it.
We sort of went for more of a one a bit like the Red Hot Chili Peppers one, didn't we? We've got the face puking the thing. It cuts about there, and that is the background image. So you click on it, and if you don't really remember much of the details, if you just remember the main picture, you click on it, you see that instantly, you think, this is the band I was looking for. Yeah. On the homepage, which is something we learned from our research.
The layout we did quite similar. I mean, the Red Hot Chili Pepper one was a bad example because that's obviously it's a lot more complex. I mean, the the technology on it.
Yeah.
It's got more pages. It's got like the shop on it. It's got so many different things that we physically couldn't.
Yeah, that's a bit out of our reach. We didn't have the
but
time
the idea of the graphics we could include.
The look
but
of it.
we didn't want to challenge the layout too much because it being an internet website, people have to go through it themselves.
Yeah, that is question 1.